Okay, Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. Okay, so this is the part 2 for the chapter 4, which is we have learned on the previous video, which is the financing decision and efficient market hypothesis. So, for this slide is very important because for the different type of efficiency always will be asked in your test, so you have to be more clear on this slide or on this topic, which is the type of efficiency. So we assume that the market respond immediately to all available information, as we have learned in previous video that there are the relationship between price and informations. So, apa-apa berlaku dekat information akan berlaku perubahan kepada price. So, the point number 2 is to handle different response rates. Researchers separate information into 3. So, the past researcher has come out with these 3 information, which is the information on past prices, the publicly available information, and all information. All information ni termasuk past price, public information, and private informations. So we will go through one by one in the next slide. Okay, so you kena tahu dia ada 3 types of efficiency, which is strong form, semi-strong, and weak form. Okay, so kita kena tahu apa tu weak form. Okay, on this slide, you kena betul-betul faham sebab dalam soalan selalu tanya on this type of efficiency. So, so this is the weak form market efficiency. So, what is weak form market efficiency? Bila apa akan berlaku? What happen when weak form market efficiency? So, the security price reflect all information found in the past price and volume. Okay, apa yang kita dapat faham kat sini? Kita akan dapat price based on the last information, ataupun on another words kita boleh kata sebagai harga dipengaruhi oleh info yang lepas. During weak form, the price will reflect all information found in the past prices and volume. So you can say that harga akan dipengaruhi oleh info yang lepas. So if the weak form of market efficiency holds, then technical analysis is no value. Okay, apa maksud dia kat sini? Okay, during ataupun semasa weak form market berlaku, so the technical analysis, kita kena faham dulu apa tu technical analysis. In here, what is technical analysis? Technical analysis is analysis on the past info ataupun past price. So, the professional akan draw a pattern on the harga, based on the harga, which is 3 bulan lepas ke, 5 tahun lepas ke. So, dia akan compare with the price yang sekarang. So, itu yang kita call as a technical analysis. So, technical analysis ni dia akan more relate to the past info. Tapi, past researcher keluarkan kata there is useless. Kenapa technical analysis is useless? Technical analysis dah dijalankan oleh professional. So, bila diorang guna info yang lepas, harga semasa yang sekarang dah bergerak. It means that the harga dah berubah. So, dia tak compatible. So, technical analysis is useless. Dia gunakan info yang lepas untuk predict harga yang masa akan datang. So, sedangkan harga untuk ekonomi dia akan meningkat from time to times. So, harga tu akan berubah. So, sebab tu ia classify during weak form market, technical analysis is useless. So, masa weak form market ni, technical analysis tak boleh diguna pakai lah, sebab harga tu bergerak from time to time. So it is not compatible untuk gunakan kita punya past info untuk kita tahu harga for our future. So often weak form efficiency will be represented as PT, which is harga hari ni equal to harga ataupun harga kemarin. PT minus 1 it means the price, the sum of last observed price. So maksud dia sum of last observed price tu maksud dia mungkin harga semalam ke, harga minggu lepas ke, harga bulan lepas ke. So harga this one, harga sekarang equal to harga info, the last info plus dengan kita punya expected return. Expected return kena ada dalam price untuk share price untuk today, sebab kalau tak ada expected return takkan adalah investor nak invest dekat kita. And then plus with random error. So random error is a random component is due to the new information on stock, which is sometimes boleh jadi positive, sometimes boleh jadi negative. Apa positive? Positive is a good news and negative is a bad news. Okay, so this one explain balik yang formula tadi. So PT minus 1 actually it is based on the info yang kita dapat daripada sebelum ni, which is daripada yesterday ke, price of stock of yesterday ke, price stock of bulan lepas ke, price stock of tahun lepas ke. So itu adalah PT minus 1. This one P. Okay, this one is harga ataupun info lepas. Since stock price only respond to the new information, so which by definition arrively randomly stock price are said to follow a random walk. So random walk ni yang saya dah beritahu in the previous video. Random walk adalah kita disebabkan info baru, kita tak boleh predict whether harga tu akan naik atau turun. Kita takkan tahu selagi kita tak tahu the announcement ataupun the information. So kita tak boleh simply predict esok harga share akan naik RM1.50 sebab kita tak tahu the true information. So itu kita call as random walk. And then this one is explained for the expected return. So expected return we have learned on chapter 2, which is risk and return. And the last one, the random component is due to new information on the stock. It could be either positive or negative. So this one yang I dah explain tadi, random component is the new information. It boleh jadi a good news, which is positive, or bad news, which is negative. Okay, on this slide, it explains why technical analysis fails. As I explained to you just now, when the weak form market efficiency, so the technical analysis is useless because of if the professional use the TA to or the technical analysis to predict the future share price, so they will have a same pattern for the investor. So as you can see here, the investor behavior tends to eliminate any profit opportunity associated with the stock price pattern. Stock return are identically similar distribute through time. So, kalau diorang buat technical analysis, if you can see here, there are same pattern, which is in green line and the purple one line. So, when the stock price is higher, they will sell, and when the stock price is lower, they will buy. So, semua ni bergerak dengan cara yang sama, which is seragam. Bila harga tinggi, diorang jual, and then bila harga tengah rendah, stock price murah, diorang buy. So, if it were possible to make big money simply by finding the pattern in the stock price movement, everyone would do it. So, kalau kita just do the technical analysis, and sebab I have explained what is technical analysis before, so kalau diorang simply finding the pattern in the stock price movement, so everyone akan buat benda yang sama. Bila orang buat benda yang sama, the profit will be compete away. So, ini yang dimaksudkan dengan this graph and why technical analysis is fails. Okay, this is the rationale for market to be at least weak form efficient and its impact to the investor. So, kenapa kita guna technical analysis untuk weak form efficiency during weak form efficiency? Because it is cheap and easy to find pattern in the stock price. So, for a second, anyone who have programmed a computer and know a little bit of statistics can search for such pattern. If you can see, ataupun sebelum ni, kalau you pernah buka Bursa Malaysia ke punya stock price, ataupun dia ada server ke yang ada provide macam this one, dia ada macam harga naik turun, and then for those yang ada ataupun investor yang ada pengetahuan on this part ataupun ada special expertise dalam membaca the pattern of the stock price, so they will get ataupun they will find the which stock price is more valuable for them, so it cause the profit to be disappear. So, ini adalah kalau terlalu banyak investor yang ada kelebihan ataupun expertise dalam stock untuk analyze the stock price, it will disappear the profit untuk firm and the investor. Sebab if the most of investor tahu untuk baca the pattern, so diorang akan tahu which time yang sesuai untuk beli, which time untuk jual, so that dia takkan bagi profit kepada firm juga. And then the last one, this implies the stock selection based on pattern of price movement will not provide the abnormal return. So, this technical analysis is useless. Ialah yang tadi yang kita tengok, technical analysis is useless sebab all investor ada the same direction. Maksud dia, bila harga tinggi, investor akan jual, and bila harga rendah, investor akan beli. So, takkan ada abnormal return dekat situ sebab semua orang membeli atau menjual stock price dengan harga yang sama and seragam. It is sama-sama jual bila harga tinggi and sama-sama beli bila harga rendah. So, therefore, technical analysis is useless. Okay, so I have explained to you before this that when we do the hypothesis adalah statement. So, macam mana kita nak buktikan the statement? We have to do the test. So, test ni dah dibuat oleh past researcher. Cuma kita just learn on apa yang past researcher dapat daripada diorang punya research. Okay, so for the test weak form, the past researcher have used the serial correlation to find the correlation between the current return on security and the return on the same security over the later period. Okay, as sebelum ni yang kita ada belajar task weak efficient, market efficient. Apa weak form efficient tu adalah the price is reflected on the past information. So harga tu dipengaruhi oleh info yang lepas. So apa past researcher buat untuk test whether the statement ataupun the hypothesis yang price tu dipengaruhi oleh info yang lepas tu betul atau tak. So kita buat the test. So they have used the serial correlation. So the correlation will indicate whether or not there are relationship between yesterday return and today returns. So daripada test ni untuk kita tahu ada tak relationship antara yesterday return and today returns. So they have come out ataupun the result is which is positive coefficient of serial correlation and negative coefficient indicate tendency toward reversal. Apa maksud dia positive coefficient of serial correlation? Okay, positive coefficient of serial correlation maksudnya adalah bila nilai of share tu untuk semalam naik, hari ni naik, esok pun naik. So, itu adalah positive coefficient of serial correlation. Tapi kalau negative coefficient, so ia menunjukkan macam kemarin naik, hari ni turun, esok naik. Ataupun dia boleh jadi kemarin nilai pasal harga share turun, hari ni naik and then esok turun. So dia boleh jadi macam tu. So itu adalah positive atau negative coefficients serial correlation. And then dia ada juga serial correlation coefficient for stock return near zero. Kalau apa maksud near zero? Bermaksud kat sini when the price ataupun the share of price is, contohnya hari ni return dia adalah rendah and then esok tak ada dan minggu depan pun tak ada peningkatan dalam amount of share of price. Maksud dia share of price tu consistent. Maksud dia tak ada naik turun, dia tetap dengan harga yang sama. So kita call as the serial correlation coefficient for stock returns near zero. Apa yang dimaksudkan dengan zero? Maksud dia pada hari ni mungkin RM1, esok tak ada perubahan, esok lagi tak ada perubahan, and then 2 bulan depan baru naik 1 sen. So itu kita consider as serial correlation near zero. Okay, so both significantly positive and negative serial correlation are indication of market being inefficient. So, if you can see here, tadi kita ada consider yang the result is positive and negative serial correlation. This one. So, maksud dia kat sini, kita punya share price ataupun the return kita boleh predict sebab kita tahu harga kemarin. Okay, I just put PR. So this one we can predict. Positive and negative serial correlation kita boleh predict. Kenapa? Sebab kita tahu, okay, kemarin harga jatuh, hari ni naik, esok jatuh. So itu adalah untuk negative serial correlation. Tapi kalau untuk positive, hari ini naik, semalam naik RM1.10. Tapi hari ini RM1.15, esok RM1.20. So we can conclude itu adalah positive serial correlation. Tapi untuk zero, kita tak boleh predict. Sebab tu kita consider, okay, I just put here tak boleh. Tak boleh predict. Kenapa? Sebab dia random walk. Apa random walk yang tadi kita ada belajar? Maksudnya kita tak boleh predict sebab harga dia akan ada kadang nilai dia akan ada, kadang tak ada. So kita tak boleh predict bila serial correlation coefficient near to 0. So both significantly positive and negative serial correlation are indication of market being inefficient. Return today can be used to predict future return. Ini yang kita maksudkan sebagai boleh predict. Why it is cheap and easy to find pattern in stock price. So ini adalah dia punya implication yang kita belajar. Kenapa kita guna technical analysis? Sebab dia adalah murah and easy to find the pattern in the stock price. And then dia juga ada sebut on finding from previous tests show a very low correlation coefficients. The evidence taken as a whole is strongly consistent with the weak form efficiency. So what you have to know, the result of the test weak form, which is have positive, negative and zero. So positive and negative kita boleh predict and zero kita tak boleh predict. So predict is indication of market being inefficient. Okay, so itu adalah test untuk the test for weak form. Okay, for a second layer, which is the semi-strong form market efficiency, it is security prices reflect all publicly available informations. So, dalam public available untuk semi-strong, dia melibatkan all publicly available information. So, apa yang terlibat in here is the past, which is past info and the public available information. As I already explained to you what is the public, what is the past information yang dalam kita punya weak form market efficiency. So it is on untuk semi strong form dia additional, tambah lagi satu, which is public available information. So apa public available information? As you can see here is stated the historical price and volume information, public account statement and information found in annual reports. Okay, this one adalah apa yang information yang telah didapatkan oleh public. So it means public akan tahu harga the previous ataupun the historical price and volume information. Sebab semua ni dah diberitahu kepada public. Maksud dia dalam semi-strong form market efficiency, dia punya information are public. Maksud dia everyone know apa dia punya stock price, apa dia punya information. So everyone know. Ini adalah di dalam semi-strong form market efficiency. Therefore, because dalam semi-strong we put on the public information, so sebab tu the information is more sophisticated and reasoning rather than the weak efficiency. Sebab weak efficiency just has the price akan reflect based on the past info. This one you have to remember that the semi-strong form market is harga dipengaruhi oleh past info dan public. So this one have stated that requires not only market be efficient with respect to the historical price, which is past info, and but all the information available to the public be reflect in the price. So price akan dipengaruhi oleh public and past information, and it implies the most fundamental analysis is useless, which means you have to know what is fundamental analysis. Fundamental analysis is the analysis that we have used towards the financial statement of the company. Contohnya kalau kita nak tengok company tu punya profit, punya asset, so kita akan tengok based on fundamental analysis. Ada sesetengah analysis akan buat pengiraan ataupun akan check dia punya current net profit, whether the net profit increase dari tahun ke tahun ataupun is it the company will gonna be bankrupt in the future. So itu yang we call as fundamental analysis. So in this Semistrong for market efficient, the past researcher has come out that most fundamental analysis are or is useless. Okay, so kenapa past researcher has come out with the most fundamental analysis is useless? Sebab harga yang analysis yang dibuat tu based on public information. Sedangkan public information have been post ataupun have been shown public kepada orang luar. Contohnya, kenapa kita perlu buat analisis? Sebab sedangkan orang luar dah tahu the same info. Sebab info tu dah disebar kepada public. Contoh yang kita tahu, on this point, yang public available. So, all these things have been dah ditunjukkan kepada public. So, sebab tu, past researcher came out with most fundamental analysis is useless. Okay, based on the statement yang kita belajar, which is dalam semi-strong form efficient, kita ada cakap yang price tu akan reflect daripada past information and public information. Jadi kita nak buktikan whether this statement is true or not. Whether the statement boleh diguna pakai atau tak. Jadi kita gunakan test untuk buktikan the evidence. So we have used evidence studies. Okay, so examine the following relationship. The info released at time, which is T minus 1, which is before. Sehari sebelum information to announce. Information released at time, which means hari announcement, and information released at time, which means that after the announcement. So, kita akan tengok the abnormal return untuk sehari sebelum information tu release, and then abnormal return on the day hari kita buat announcement, and abnormal return untuk hari after the information have been released. So it indicate that the return in any time period is related only to the information released during that period. Kita nak check, nak examine all these relationship. Okay, so kita go on with what is abnormal return. And abnormal return yang kita ada belajar sebelum ni, dia adalah return yang which is yang kita terima secara berlebihan. Contohnya, yang saya bagi contoh, kalau kita invest hari ni RM1 and then tiba-tiba bulan depan jadi RM5. So, apa yang kita dapat adalah abnormal return, which is dia naik secara mendadak atau tiba-tiba. It can be measured by R, which is stock actual return on particular day, yang sebenarnya dia dapat minus dengan market return on the same day. So, contohnya, actual return kita dapat RM8. Tapi sebenarnya harga pasaran ataupun market return hanyalah RM5. So, kita ada abnormal return sebanyak RM3. So, dia tak selaras dengan market return. So, tu kita classify dia sebagai abnormal return. Okay, so kita fokus on this EMH. Say, a stock of AR at time T should reflect the release of information at time T. So, stock untuk abnormal return, waktu information have been announced should be reflected. So, the amount of AR ataupun abnormal return akan reflect masa information have been released. Tapi, information yang belum lagi release have no effect on the abnormal return in this period because all of its influence should be felt before. So sebab kita kata dalam test semi-strong form, the price will be reflect on the past information and public information. So disebabkan info tak release kepada public lagi, so there is no effect on the abnormal return lah. And then stock return today cannot depend on what the market does not know yet. So benda yang sama sebab public tak tahu lagi, so market tak tahu lagi, so the stock return tak boleh depend on it. Okay, this is the others event study result. So sebenarnya EMH ni sebenarnya lebih kepada the past researcher has came out on the capital market. So dia lebih kepada untuk show ataupun untuk buktikan yang diorang dapat research on apa yang berlaku during the semi-strong form. During this time, apa yang berlaku. Contoh diorang nak buktikan betul ke harga of price of share is reflected by the past info and the public info. So diorang nak buktikan betul ke tak the statement yang telah dinyatakan dalam hipotesis. So ini adalah contoh-contoh event study result yang diorang dah keluarkan, which is ada yang keluarkan pasal dividend increase and decrease, earning announcement, mergers, capital spending and new issues of stock. So this one is a lot of findings yang diorang dah keluarkan, dan 5 yang study yang have been stated here has generally support the view that the market is semi-strong form efficient. In fact, the study suggests that market may even have some foresight into the future. In other words, news tend to leak out in advance of public announcement. So, daripada research yang telah dijalankan oleh past researcher, diorang dapat membuktikan yang I have listed as several itu adalah support the view that the market is semi-strong form efficient. So maksud dia, the harga of the stock is reflect ataupun dipengaruhi oleh past info and public information. Itu yang telah dikeluarkan oleh the past researcher. Okay, next we will continue with the strong form market efficiency. So, dalam strong form market efficiency, the price of stock reflects all information which is in public and private. And the other one is past information. So, dalam strong form market ni, dia akan melibatkan kepada semua. Dia melibatkan kepada, which means that dia melibat semua information, public, past information, public information and private information. The strong form efficiency incorporates weak and strong, semi-strong efficiency. So ini daripada strong form market efficiency, dia ada statement yang dalam weak, dia ada statement dalam semi-strong. So itu yang dia try untuk point out dalam point yang kedua. So dalam waktu form market efficiency, is it possible untuk investor to beat the market? Ataupun is it possible for the investor to get abnormal return? Tadi ada jelas, abnormal return adalah return yang kita dapat drastically. Macam whether it is high or it is increase or decrease drastically. So itu yang kita consider as abnormal return. So is it possible untuk investor dapat atau beat the market ataupun dapat abnormal return dalam strong form market efficiency. Okay. Dalam strong form market efficiency, investor tak boleh beat the market ataupun make abnormal return or excess return. This is kenapa macam ni? Sebab all information have been publicly. So anything have been public, everything have been told to the public. Semua benda information apa yang berlaku dalam company ataupun dalam firm dah dibagi tahu secara public. So there's no such thing as secret. Tak ada info-info lain yang boleh disembunyikan lagi. Maksud dia, before investor nak trade ataupun before investor nak buat jual atau beli the stock, market dah tahu everything. So, sebab tu, untuk investor buat abnormal return waktu strong form is impossible. Okay, so apa evidence yang kita nak membuktikan the statement yang kita dah kata dalam strong form efficiency, the price reflected daripada past information, public information and private information. So macam mana kita nak membuktikan all of this? Okay, so actually dia tak banyak past researcher yang boleh try untuk figure out on this test ataupun the test on the strong form efficiency. Okay, so one group of studies of strong form market efficiency investigate on the insider trading. As before this, dalam video sebelum ni kita ada belajar, the insider trading is the one or the individual that have possessed information of the company in the organization. For example, the key personnel or if for example of CEO or the manager, so they are possessed of the informations. So once they have possessed the information, they will know what the announcement that will be made by the firms. So in Malaysia, as I explained before, it is illegal because in Malaysia we are not allowed for the company or the person that work in the company to invest in their company. So it is quite an illegal activities. So kalau dalam Malaysia kita takkan benarkan sama sekali manager untuk invest to the company. So a number of studies support the view that insider trading is abnormal profitable. Yelah, kalau kita dapat, if we can think yang manager akan mostly akan dapat abnormal profit lah. Kenapa? Sebab dia dah ada info. Dia ada hak untuk tahu apa yang berlaku dalam company dia. Jadi, ini daripada past researcher daripada international sebab dia dapat tahu ataupun dia dapat support on the view that insider trading akan gain abnormal return. So, kalau in Malaysia, kita tak banyak untuk menjalankan ataupun cari this evidence because actually kalau kita try untuk cari siapa yang nak untuk jadi responden kita untuk kita interview on the insider trading, it's quite difficult or hard for us to find the evidence because it is illegal things. So kalau ada orang yang willingly untuk menceritakan kata dia adalah insider trading, it's quite hard for him because it is a illegal thing. So kalau dia mengaku kata dia buat insider trading, dia dah melanggar undang-undang di Malaysia. So sebab tu in Malaysia we are difficult to get the evidence on the strong form efficient market. Okay, so you can see this is the three relationship among three different information set. Okay, yang ni yang kita ada belajar the information set of past price. Ini adalah more kepada weak form efficiency market. This one when dia ada gabungan di antara public information and past price, we call as semi-strong form market efficiency. And untuk all information relevant to the stock yang merangkumi ada private, public and past information, we call as strong form efficient market. So this is the relationship among three different information of set. Okay, I think that's all for the part 2 that I would like to explain to you what is the type of efficiency market in this chapter. So anything that you are not sure or you want me to explain more detail, you can privately chat me. And I think that's all. Thank you very much and Assalamualaikum.